Hey everybody! Welcome to The Perfect Pour.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Tom.
This is Zelda, doing Zelda's thing back there. We got two other cats that are running around here somewhere. If they pop in, they do.
And today we're going to be talking about palates.
So your palate is the ability to taste different characteristics in wine. Sweetness, acidity, tannins, alcohol content, they really all play into how you taste wine.
So when it comes to palates, a lot of people who start getting into wine will try a red and they're not really a big fan of it. A lot of people tend to gravitate towards the more sweeter white wines, and that's because you don't have your palate's not fully developed yet.
So we found this really, I found that a lot of my girlfriends tend to say they like the sweeter wines. So we found an experiment that's going to help you develop your palate or help you learn to enjoy more complex flavors. If that makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some sweetness, some acidity, some tannins, and some alcohol content.
Explaining everything as we go along because wine's complicated and crazy. So
today we're starting off with one of my favorite wines. It's just a real it tends to be my go-to wine. It's called Imagery.
So Imagery, it's a California wine, 2017 vintage.
Really like
pretty recently. We actually discovered this wine at a Christmas party, at your Christmas party at Botsky's.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kleiny. Greatly appreciate it.
And like I said, it's my go-to wine. I find that it's not too heavy. It doesn't have a lot of... It's not overly complex, but it's right in my wheelhouse. So I figured what better way to pull out some things than something I'm kind of familiar with.
Agreed. Great drinking wine. What I really like about it, and just really wines in general, a great rule of thumb is really the best wines out there are anywhere between $8 and $20. Anything over that, it's marketing, it's history. The best wines you can really find in that price range. This is about anywhere between $10 to $15, depending on what kind of wine you get.
$15.88 today.
So for the Cabernet, $15.88. Their whites are about, I think, $10 for the whites. So very affordable, very great tasting, and just absolutely love it.
All right, so we're going to get crack on with the experiment. So what you need to do this experiment, if you want to try it at home, and this is an experiment I haven't done myself yet, so this is the first try.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so 4 glasses of wine plus as many people as you're going to have taste the wine. You need a control glass, so we have our control glasses here.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
I'm going to try it first to be safe.
It's so fresh and new. Never tried it before.
Ooh, yeah. I'm definitely getting that flavor.
So, to open up your wine, you want to swirl the glass. So you get release all the aromatics. And then put your nose really into the glass. You really want to take a smell.
It's otherwise known as letting it breathe. So red wine's especially nice too when you pour a glass of red wine. You want to let it sit for a little bit, really aerate and get everything opened up a little bit. A lot of times if you open up a red and you drink it right away, it'll taste fine, but it doesn't give the chance for all the flavors to really show themselves. So, smelling now.
So I definitely smell the black cherry in there.
Alcohol. I get the alcohol right away. Oh man, that was pungent.
I definitely get the tart cherry in there. And a little chocolate.
You get a little tiny bit of wood too, which actually in red wine's pretty common.
Mainly because they're aged in oak barrels.
There you go. Grapes are grown on trees too. That's where you get a lot of that wood flavor.
Grapes are grown on trees?
I read it online. It has to be true.
Okay.
Okay, so to begin this off,
it's got some tartness to it. Definitely has some tartness, so I would think that it's a fairly young wine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2017.
She's 2 years old. So
don't put it like that again. That was weird. All right. Well, let's begin this experiment. So we found this. Did we mention Wine Folly?
Yeah. So Wine Folly is one of my favorite wine websites. They do a lot of things, so that's from them. So what we're going to do is add things to wine and see how it goes.
All right, now let's pour in the ingredients first, and then let's pour the wine on it. Help stir it a little bit.
Okay.
So
they said to add a teaspoon. This is a teaspoon of sugar to this glass.
Let's see what's about to happen.
About 3 ounces, so that would be about right.
Excellent.
Stir that puppy up.
I work on my pouring nightly.
Ooh.
I drink wine a lot, is what I'm saying.
It's true.
Okay, so we already have a taste of the control. We know kind of what the wine tastes like in its natural state.
I want you to go ahead and start the
yes.
tannins, which is black tea.
I got it. So for this, just fun fact, you want to let it soak in for about 5 minutes, which seems excessive, especially anyone who actually drinks tea out there. That's a long time for black tea. So
we're using Lipton's because it was cheap and I had it on hand.
You know, we're probably just gonna have to drop it in all the way anyway.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, so while we do this, I'm gonna get out my timer, my handy dandy cell phone. Let's set a timer for 5 minutes.
You're such a gadget guy. So obviously sugar, we're bringing out the sweetness in the wine. With the black tea, we're bringing out tannins.
The lemon, acidity, of course.
And it's about, you're supposed to squeeze half a lemon, which I pre-cut. So here we go. See how well I can squeeze
And
the
you get
lemon.
this right in my eye. Oh, I knew it.
I'm getting lemon juice everywhere.
Can I have the spoon, please? Might as well add the vodka while we're at it.
And vodka.
No, the actual spoon, not the stir stick.
Oh. Will it matter that it already has sugar on it?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
Oh, look at me spilling everywhere.
I would add another one.
That's a one teaspoon.
Okay. I just like
we're getting
vodka.
drunk today. All right, so let's add some more wine.
Just keep pouring. Zelda, what do you think about all
that
this?
Dory's line and
No, that's just keep swimming. This is just keep drinking. Really similar.
I don't know, I feel like she drank a lot. I'm just saying.
Oh, probably.
All right, so let's start with the sweet. So we're pulling the sweetness out. Go ahead first, love.
All right.
You're gonna be the tester on this one.
Yay. Oh, look at all that sugar at the
Just
bottom.
take a drink.
I'm swirling.
Here, do you want to use a fancy stick again?
No, good.
Okay.
That tastes like a Lambrusco.
For people out there who don't know what that is,
It's very sweet
what
wine.
is that?
It's a very sweet wine. Sweet wines tend to be served chilled, by the way, and most red wines you want to serve at room temperature. So that's definitely what a sweet wine tastes like. Sugar and wine, not my favorite thing.
This is a really good way to find out how your palate is too. You know, if you're more prone to sweet things, if sweet things really go against it, you'll know really quickly when you drink this, you know, with the sugar. I didn't think it tasted too bad. So my palate is still pretty good for more sweet wines, where Rachel here seemed to have not liked that at all. So probably avoid more of the sweet.
Well, and to point out, people's palates change over time. When we started dating, you liked Gewürztraminers and like sweet wines that were lighter.
It's still really good. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's really good with fish. We'll talk about pairings later.
We're like 7 videos out.
That's yeah, we're a ways away. Where I tend to like my wines to be a little bit more dry, and we're gonna find that out as we go down.
All right, now first you have to take a drink of your control. We have to
Cleanse the
reset.
palate. All right.
Cleanse. Let's get fancy with this. You know what? After that, you kind of do pick up a little bit more on the sweetness in the wine. Mm-hmm. And when I first tasted it, it's not overwhelming, but it's a little bit more noticeable. This is also really helping open up your palate, you know, because all of these flavors are in most wines. When you really add it and you really single it out, it really helps to, you know, single out the flavor so you can, you know, get more acclimated with it, if that's an okay word. I'm just chatting now. I think I'm drunk.
Well, and what you're doing too is you're creating your sense memory, which helps you remember things, which is kind of nice. And you can actually make scent memory boxes, which is something I didn't get to do this week. So,
Do you want me to do this one first?
oh yes, please.
I'm actually kind of excited for this. I love lemon.
Hey, Zelda. What do you think?
Zelda, thoughts?
She didn't like it.
She's too busy losing her mind. Whew. Give it a shot. That's a rush.
Is it like wine lemonade?
I don't know what that is, but it's pretty bad. Well, that really helps pull the acidity out of the wine, so...
Now, see, I liked that.
Oh, man, and I love lemon. Oh, I'm getting heartburn. Holy biscuits. One drink is fine.
So, what I can
start putting
feel...
lemon in all your wine.
I might. No, but I can feel the... So my mouth is watering and I'm getting that pucker feel. Mm-hmm. So I do really like an acidic wine, or a drier wine.
All right, now we have to reset. Take a drink of your normal wine. Hush now.
Now, see, after having had this one, this makes this taste much sweeter. The acidic wine made this wine taste sweeter to me.
I'm definitely picking up on the acidity a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty faint because it's a pretty decent red, but you really get a little bit of that wateriness, that eye wateriness. All right, let's do the tannins next. So tannins with the bitterness as well as the dryness of the wine. Merlot's infamous for being more of a dry wine. Cabernet is pretty balanced, so. You're doing that one first. Oh, this is gonna... I don't know if this is a genius or a terrible idea.
So it hits me in the back of my mouth. And it kind of feels like sandpaper in my mouth a little bit.
Oh yeah, just all that moisture just drains from the mouth.
So it's very dry.
You know what? Tea and wine is not bad.
It's a new product line we should come up with. Yeah. Okay. I think we should pour the sugar and the lemon one together, and then we have a wine lemonade.
That sounds dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, so in that one you can really feel, and she's exactly right. It feels like sandpaper, like fine sandpaper.
I want a glass of water, but I'm going to drink wine.
Yeah. All right.
Because it's
Control.
Wine.
Cheers.
Here we go.
And see with that, I get just a faint dryness to it, just towards the end, just kind of towards the roof of the mouth. Feels like really, really fine, nothing crazy sandpaper, just on the top of the mouth. Just the slightest bit.
Up here.
Mm-hmm. It's not a very dry wine. All right, I made you do that one. Let's do the vodka wine.
Who can go wrong with vodka? Who can go wrong with vodka, really?
Yep, that definitely enhanced a little bit of that dryness. And that body of it, too, kind of fills your mouth a little bit more. You get a little bit of tingling on there, too. You know what? I'm getting a little bit more...
I do get that burn, right? Right. On the side of my tongue, right up front. And then a little bit of a little burn right here. So you get that alcohol burn.
Pours out some of those more hidden... I get just a little tiny bit more of a flavor than I got in the first one. Not bad. Alright, I'm going to control this. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like tying everything together.
Right?
This is kind of a genius.
Thank you for teaching us this, internet.
Yeah, so overall, I mean, a really fun experiment, especially making your friends drink lemon red wine.
I'm still going to finish this glass.
Hilarious. Let's get this away from you, love. Zella, don't drink this. 20 days sober. I'm proud of you.
She gets a chip.
Yeah, so this is a really fun experiment, and it really helps you identify things that, if you're not really familiar with wine, this all sounds like a foreign language. So, associating with things that you've had before, tea, lemon, sugar, vodka, really helps you kind of identify the different characteristics of wine and tie it all together. And this is how you develop your palate.
I definitely would not have realized that I was so into the tart flavors. Like, I've had tart wines, but I was kind of like, whatever. But this really made me think that I need to reevaluate what I'm buying.
I kind of really like the tea wine, which is weird because I've never liked dry. This was a lot of fun.
Cheers.
Cheers. One more.
Now, if you guys liked our video, if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. We love your comments. So please let us know what you like. What questions do you have? What do you want us to try? Is there a wine that you're like, oh my God, I want to know about this one, or whatever suggestions you have, we want to hear from you. So make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and
cheers.
Cheers.